Welcome to my video for go-to settings for portrait photography. Capturing stunning portraits is all about knowing the right camera settings and how to use them, so let's dive in. The first setting that we need to consider is aperture, and aperture is how much light comes into the camera. So for portraits we want to use a 2.8 aperture or a 1.8 aperture so you can get a nice depth of field and blur out the background so the subject stands out. Next thing we want to consider is shutter speed. For shutter speed, generally you want to use a shutter speed of 1/25th of a second. For my photo shoots, I usually use a shutter speed of 2/50th of a second to ensure that the subject is sharp and there's no motion blur, but it depends on the circumstances. If it's dark, then you could go lower, but if the subject is moving, it could cause some motion blur. Finally, we want to talk about ISO. ISO is the sensitivity to light on the camera's sensor. So the best ISO you can use is 100 or 200, as if you keep it at this, it will reduce the amount of noise you can get in your camera. But if you bump it up, the noise increases a little bit more, but it all depends on your lighting conditions. So there you have it. That's my go-to settings for portrait photography. But don't be afraid to experiment with different settings so you get the perfect balance for your subject and for the lighting conditions as well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more portrait and family photography tips and tricks.